Good morning, everyone. Nice to meet you all. I'm Jesslyn. I'm going to be your virtual tour guide today, and it's been a pleasure to be service to you. Today, we're going to fly to East Nusa Tenggara, but before that, I'm going to give you a short brief about the two places that we're going to visit today. The first place is Wairebo Village. Wairebo is a traditional village in the district of Mangrai on the island of Flores, East Nusa Tenggara. It has received the top award of excellence from UNESCO from 2012 in UNESCO Asia Pacific Heritage Awards. Wairebo is a small and very out-of-the-way village that is situated around 1,000 meters above the sea level, and it estimated 3 until 4 hour travel by foot from Dench Village. I'll explain you later more about the traditional house, culture, the forest there, etc. And the second place we're going to visit today is Padar Island. Padar is located between Komodo and Winca Island and often dubbed as the best place to hike in the area and currently on trend with visitors in the region due to its unique view of three colored beaches from the top of the hill. Padar is also well known for its beautiful beaches, forests, and it's a perfect place for hiking. Okay, I'm sure many of you have been too excited to explore Nusa Tenggara with me today. So without any further ado, let's start our journey. Okay, first we are visiting Wairebo Village. Wairebo is best known for its unique culture such as ceremony and their signature house, not to mention their beautiful scenery that adorns the entire village. Their unique house, which they call Maruniang, that are tall and conical in shape and are completely covered in lontar starch from its rooftop down to the ground. It appears that at one time such kind of houses were quite common in the region, but today it is only this village that continue to maintain the typical Mangrai traditional house, and without which these unique houses would have been completely phased out. The house that has 5 levels, each level designed for a specific purpose. For example, the first level, called Lontar or Den, are their living quarter of the extended family. The second level, called Lobo or Atik, is set aside to store and food and good. The third level, called Lentar, to store seeds for the next harvest. The fourth level, called Lamparai, is reserved for food stocks in the case of drought. And the fifth and top level, called Hekangkode, which is the held most sacred to the place offering for the ancestors. If you visit Wairebo, there's a ceremony to welcome guests named Wailu ceremony. The point of ceremony is kind of welcoming the visitor, and this will be done by the widow of the bride. They will welcome and pray for your goodness and safety during your visit to Wairebo village. Perhaps it sounds strange for foreign, but it is kind of tradition and there is nothing wrong to accept it. To respect the custom and tradition in Wairebo village, you are also suggested to wear proper dress. If you're against this, the local resident may address you. Besides that, if you want to take the picture, make sure that you need to ask permission because sometimes they might and they will upset you. One thing you need to remember is by bringing sweater or jacket because the atmosphere in Wairebo village is highly and it will be cool. Okay, we'll move to the second place. Welcome to the third largest island that makes up Komodo National Park, Padar Island. As I said in a short brief, the Padar Island hike in Komodo has some of the most amazing views in Indonesia, and it's easy to do on a day trip from the town of Labuan Bajo. This place looks like a dinosaur country with rock hills and giant bays and beaches that stretch out in all directions. A tour of the Komodo Island wouldn't be complete without doing this trek. The north side of Padar Island even has a pink beach with unique reddish sand, and that's become another famous site for tourists in Komodo National Park. The hike up the top of Padar Island only takes about 20 until 40 minutes depending on your pace. There's a cobblestone path all the way to the top now, but it's still a pretty steep and exhausting climb. Along the way, there are some viewpoints where you can stop the rest as you work your way to the top to the best view. This hike has very little shade and the sun in Komodo is pretty brutal, so plan on getting roasted on your way up the hill. Definitely don't forget to bring some water. But this is Indonesia, we don't want to babysit on such a simple hike, so let's just take some photos and enjoy the views. The top viewpoint at Padar is incredible. The landscape really does look like a Jurassic Park set. The island has a giant X shape with 3 bays where you can see a white beach, black beach, and pink beach. Each of those colors is pretty special itself, but to see all of them in one place, it's crazy. This is probably the only place in the world where you can witness that. In the distance, you can see Komodo Island, home of the most Komodo dragons. But don't worry, you won't see any Komodo dragons in Padar Island because they placed in a different area. But now let's talk about the pink beach. Padar Island is the home of the most pink sand beach. There are actually 2 pink beaches in Padar Island, and one of them is visible from the viewpoint. But the best one, with the reddish sand, is hidden in a bay on the north side of the island. This unique beach is another must-see when you're visiting Komodo National Park, and the most tours included. Unfortunately, this is the end of our session today. I hope you enjoy every moment of our tour. It's Jocelyn, and I've been your virtual tour guide. Goodbye and see you next time.